Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Soap fans are legendary for their loyalty to their favorite shows and characters, and McKenna knows this as he debuted as Joey Buchanan on One Life to Live when he was 13. When he took over the GH role on February 4, fans were shocked as there had been zero hint of Majure's departure. Understandably, the fan base has had a lot to say about the sudden switch, and not all of it is fair and balanced. Here's what to know about McKenna's recent online response to some of the reaction he's received on social media. McKenna has not been shy about talking about his recast. For example, he shared a bit about his tenure on the ABC soap, saying that the chemistry between him and Laura Wright, who plays his boo Carly Corinthos, is great. But McKenna took exception to some fan chatter about his co-stars and spoke out on X. "Guys, say whatever you like, but there's no need to hit me with complaints about my friends, castmates, bosses, and colleagues." He then made a comment that some fans thought was extra. "Adding us is a privilege easily revoked. If you're worried there's not enough negativity on the internet, you can take the day off. You're covered. Be nice." What exactly was McKenna referring to that gaffe in the X? He stated that some lunatic posted on all my Insta that I was an old ugly grandpa. And how dare you come between Joss and Carly? A fascinating melange of delusions. Let's get a couple of things straight. 1. McKenna is a hottie, and 2. Fans delight in talking about their favorite soap characters. We've seen a lot worse online, with fans routinely calling for certain actors to be fired and worse. GA's Cameron Matheson is trolled tons for his portrayal of Drew Kane, and the spiciest post we've seen from him is a butt shot taken at some gorgeous, unnamed body of water. Now it's your turn, GH fans. Tell us what you think about McKenna's comments and how you're enjoying his portrayal of Jack Brennan. Chris McKenna might be new to Port Charles, but it didn't take long for the General Hospital fanbase to notice him or react to him. Known for his roles on shows like The Young and the Restless and One Life to Live, McKenna's entrance into GH territory was always going to spark discussion, but few expected his reception to be quite this fiery. Within days of his character airing, viewers across social media were already dissecting every scene, every line delivery, every eyebrow raise. And while soap audiences are no strangers to fierce opinions, this time, the actor wasn't content to sit back and take it silently. In a move that has both galvanized and divided the fan base, Chris McKenna fired off a pointed response to online criticism. And now everyone's asking the same question. Is he being too sensitive, or is he right to stand his ground? It all started when McKenna's character, whose storyline is still under wraps but rumored to be tied to a major legacy family, began generating buzz. While some fans applauded his charismatic screen presence and hoped for a romantic pairing, others weren't so kind. On X, formerly Twitter, one user wrote, "Why does GH think every new guy has to act smug? Not buying McKenna in this role." Another added, "This character is pointless. GH, please stop introducing randoms when you can't write for the vets." Normally, actors brush this sort of commentary off or say nothing at all, but McKenna chose to respond, and he didn't hold back. "Funny how quickly people judge when they know nothing about the story," McKenna posted. "If you don't like it, maybe wait until you know what you're watching before popping off." The tweet didn't stop there. In a follow-up, he added, "I've been in this game a long time. And let me tell you, armchair critics don't make good TV. Writers do. Actors do. Crew does. Respect the process or scroll on." That was all it took to ignite a firestorm. Almost immediately, social media exploded with reactions. Some praised McKenna's candor, saying it was refreshing to see an actor stand up for the process, and pushed back on what they saw as toxic negativity. GA's fans can be brutal. One poster wrote, "Good for Chris for clapping back. He's right. You don't know the story yet." Others weren't so forgiving. "Wow. Thin-skinned much? Another viewer commented, "If you can't take the heat, don't be on a daytime soap where people care enough to say anything at all." The debate didn't stop for days. Podcasts picked it up. Reddit threads grew long. And the question lingered. Was Chris McKenna defending artistic integrity, or was he just lashing out? This isn't the first time a soap actor has found themselves in the crosshairs of fandom opinion. Nor is it the first time a daytime star has fired back. But McKenna's approach is notable for its bluntness. There was no PR-approved polish, no sugarcoating. His words were raw, reactionary, and unfiltered. Some insiders say that's exactly what makes him stand out. He's not playing the game, a GH-set insider revealed. Chris came in with zero intention of just smiling and nodding. He's invested in the work, and he's protective of it. That's not arrogance, that's passion. But passion can be polarizing, especially in an environment as emotionally charged as General Hospital. Fans feel ownership of the show. They've invested decades in these characters, and when a new face arrives, particularly one attached to a still unfolding mystery, they're going to have strong opinions. For some, the defensiveness was a red flag. For others, it was exactly the kind of realness that made them want to root for him. Interestingly, McKenna's castmates haven't publicly addressed the controversy, but some have subtly backed him up. In an Instagram story, one GH actor posted a screenshot of McKenna's tweet with a clapping emoji. Another commented on his post with, "Tell him." Behind the scenes, it seems like the actor has his fair share of supporters. Still, others are reportedly cautioning him to ease up. "It's one thing to be bold," said a former GH script supervisor. "But this fanbase is loyal and loud. You don't want to alienate them when you're still being introduced. Let the story do the talking." And speaking of the story, what exactly is it that fans are reacting to so strongly? That's the irony. Very little is known about McKenna's character so far. There have been whispers he's playing someone connected to the Cassadines, or even a long-lost Quatermain. Some think he could be a surprise recast of a legacy character presumed dead. Others believe he's an entirely new villain planted to disrupt a major couple. Whatever the case, the writers are clearly slow-burning the reveal. And while that mystery builds, viewer expectations and frustrations are building right along with it. That slow burn may be part of the problem. In today's instant feedback world, fans don't like waiting. Theories circulate before episodes even air, and if a character doesn't pop right away, they're at risk of being dismissed. For Chris McKenna, whose acting history includes some memorably complex roles that can feel like a slap in the face, he's not a filler actor, a former co-star told Soap Weekly. Chris brings a lot of nuance, but daytime isn't always kind to subtlety, especially not in week one. And yet, there's something undeniably intriguing about all this friction. Soap operas are built on conflict, drama, emotional highs and lows. It only makes sense that off-screen tensions would mirror what's happening in front of the camera. Fans may be divided on McKenna's response, but no one can deny that it got people talking. And in the soap world, attention is currency. The next big question is how this will affect the character's trajectory. Will writers lean into the controversy, beefing up his role to capitalize on the buzz? Will they soften his edges to appeal to critics? Or will they stay the course, allowing McKenna the space to fully unveil what he's been hinting at? A long game worth the wait. For now, those answers remain hidden behind scripts still in progress. But if this initial burst of debate is any indicator, the actor isn't going anywhere soon, and neither are the fans' opinions. In the end, maybe that's what makes daytime drama so unique. Unlike film or primetime, where stories are locked before the audience weighs in, soaps exist in real time. They react, they shift. The actors are part of a living, breathing story, and so are the viewers. Sometimes the collaboration is beautiful. Other times it's chaotic. Right now, with Chris McKenna at the center of a very public conversation, it's both. So is he thin-skinned? Or spot on? Maybe a little of both. Maybe neither. Maybe he's just the kind of actor who refuses to be passive. And maybe, just maybe, that's what Port Charles needs right now. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.